Hello, friends. Happy Friday, and welcome to day 4 of my countdown to Saleabration 2025. This is Lena Gersa. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, where it is snowing like crazy all of a sudden. And today I am all about springtime, spring flowers, spring colors. I am so done with winter. I know it just started, but honestly, once the holidays are done, I'd be just fine if it all melted and we had nice sunshine again. But sadly, here in Canada, we still got at least 3 more months of snow and cold. So I'll just have to play with paper flowers to keep me occupied until I have real flowers in my garden. So if you are joining me today, whether you are watching live on Facebook or YouTube, or you are catching the replay on either platform, please say hello. Let me know that you're here and that you're joining me. It's always nice to know that there's somebody out there when I am stamping away here in my studio. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I'm used to that. I teach high school, so it happens more often than you'd like to think. All right, so let's have a look at the bundle that we are featuring today. I'm just going to switch to my desk view here. All right, so Saleabration starts this coming Tuesday, January 7th, and runs through the end of February. And this little brochure is chock full of amazing freebies that you can earn with a qualifying order. Now, here in Canada, qualifying orders start at $75. The bundle that we're going to look at today is actually a level 2 item, which requires $150. Yes, $150 order. So I had to think about that. They changed the amounts this year, so I had to think hard. $150 order to qualify for the bundle that I'm going to show you. But let me tell you, it is so worth it. So let's stop talking and let's have a look. So the bundle is called Heart Shaped. It has some lovely sentiments. The sentiments I think are my favorite thing about this bundle. I love "My heart loves your heart." I love that sentiment. I think I'll probably keep that one forever. My thoughts were all heart shaped. Another one that I just adore. And I have to say that this little thank you, I love the font, and it has quickly become my favorite thank you sentiment. So that is the stamp set. And then, of course, we have a set of dies that come with it. So we have this nice narrow label die, which fits your sentiments. It fits the thank you. It fits all of these guys quite nicely. We have this beautiful vine, heart-shaped vine. We're going to use that one today. We've got lots of extra dies. So we've got this little sort of sprig. This one is actually some leaves. It cuts 2 sets of leaves. We have a flower, and then this one cuts out the stamped flowers. So lots of possibilities with this bundle. I will show you lots of projects afterwards, but right now we're going to make one card. Actually, before we do, I need to say hello to see who's joining us. Let's just have a quick look here. All right. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Mary and Terry. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Hi, Laura and Joyce. Mary, yeah, you've got my, you feel my pain. We are very similar weather-wise in between here in Minnesota. Hi, Kathy. Yes, cold in Michigan. Hi, Jackie. Yep, northern Minnesota. Well, actually, we're actually east of you. So our snow tends to move from west to east. So we probably got snow that you had a couple of days ago. Actually, our snow is like snow squalls off the lake. So they come and go. It's been kind of snowy all day for a couple of days. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. Hi, Mia. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Julie. All right, let's see the card that we're going to make today. So this is the one we're going to do, and I use that beautiful sentiment, "My heart loves your heart." So a little bit more torn paper. I used some more of the gorgeous Bloom Impressions DSP, which is another Saleabration freebie, because I just can't get enough of it. So we're using this pretty Coastal Cabana sort of abstract floral. So this piece is 4 by 5¼ inches. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that I've embossed using that fabulous Starstruck embossing folder, which is yet another Saleabration freebie. Now, I've mentioned this all week long. This, from a distance, reads as daisies, but when you get up close, they're little stars in the center, so hence the name Starstruck. But this works so well with florals. I have been using it for all kinds of projects all week long. So we're going to start. This is just a piece, I think it's 4¼ by 5½, maybe. It's a quarter sheet of cardstock that I embossed. And what I'm going to do now is just take and tear on the diagonal. So there's one, and you can decide depending on how wide you want it. This one's fairly narrow. I'm going to do this one a little bit wider, just so I get a little bit more white showing. So I've just torn on the diagonal. And the reason that I cut this a little bit wider than I need it is so that I can adjust. I'm going to trim off the excess. It just makes it a little bit easier to kind of adjust your angle if you have a little bit of overhang. So we're going to go ahead and glue that on. These pieces you want to save because you can use them for other projects. In fact, I showed you a couple projects yesterday that I used my leftover bits from making my samples. So we're going to go ahead and just glue this on a diagonal, kind of running across the front of our DSP panel, and then we're going to take and trim this off. Now, I didn't bring my little mini guillotine over, so I'm just going to use my paper snips. We're just going to follow the edge of the DSP and trim off that excess bit. There we go. All right, so that's nice and tidy. Now that is going to get glued onto a basic white thick cardstock base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and fold that in half along our score line. There we go. And then a little bit of glue, and we'll get this popped on, and that'll give us our background for our card. So we'll stick that on. All I can smell is banana bread. I've been baking banana bread this afternoon. I cleaned out my freezer. I had all kinds of frozen overripe bananas in there. So I whipped up several loaves of banana bread. All right, so I have here a Coastal Cabana cardstock circle. This is the largest circle from the Stylish Shape Size. And I'm going to do some tone-on-tone stamping. So I'm stamping Coastal Cabana ink on Coastal Cabana cardstock. So I've got this gorgeous heart stamp from the stamp set. Isn't that pretty? I'll hold that up. It's such a pretty image. So gorgeous. So there is that. You love banana bread, Terry? Yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, you can grab as a quick snack. I'll throw some in my lunch bag for school, and Max will take some. It's just a quick and easy snack, right? So, and it's better than buying, you know, Tim Hortons or wherever. So here is that beautiful vine die cut. Okay, so you've got your negative here. You could certainly, if you wanted to stamp on the inside of this, you could leave that and stamp here. I'm going to pop this out for now. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this to our stamped image. And you're going to find when you go to stamp this, that the actual vine is going to line up perfectly with the vine on the stamped image. Now, I do have adhesive sheets on the back of this because there is no way I have the patience to fuss with little bitty dabs of glue on this very detailed die cut. So adhesive sheets are your friends if you are impatient like me. And when gluing this down, I like to start just at the base of the heart. And that way I can kind of adjust as I go, if necessary. There we go. So there is, I like the way that the stamped image kind of fills out the vine. Okay, so there's that. Then I've got a bunch of little bits here that I've already gone ahead and die cut, just in the interest of time. So I have my little flowers here. So these are heat embossed in white on Coastal Cabana cardstock. They are from the stamp set. So it's these 3 little flowers here, and there is a die that cuts them out. So we're going to adhere those sort of at the base of our heart, and we're going to pop them up with a couple of mini dimensionals. All right. So we'll just pop that up just down there. And then that is going to get glued onto the front of our card. So we'll add a little bit of seal here. I need my order to come. I'm having a seal crisis. I'm running very low. I'm actually rating my class adhesive kits for seal right now. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Still recovering from this flu that doesn't seem to want to go away. All right, so we're going to stamp our sentiment. Now I'm just using Memento Black ink here, and I'm stamping it on this little label that is part of the die set. So this little sentiment fits perfectly on this little label. So cute. And then I have some die cut flowers and some leaves. So we are going to arrange those. As soon as I find my glue dots, they're hiding. So I'm just going to put a glue dot on the back of each flower. And this is a quick, easy way to do it. Just sort of press your dots onto the backing paper, and then you can just sort of peel them off as you need them. And then I'm going to add a little bit, and then that is going to get glued to the end of my label, just like that. So I'm going to use just a bit of seal. You could use glue dots as well if you wanted to, but we're going to do it just like that. And then same thing with our second one. This one has 3 leaves. And again, we'll add a little bit of seal to the end of our label. And we'll pop that one on just like that. And then that is going to lay right across our heart. Again, we're going to add a couple of dimensionals. In fact, I think we're going to use, no, we're not. We'll use some minis. I thought I had more edge than I do here. So that's all right. I'll just add a couple of minis behind each flower to make sure that they stay popped and stay put. We'll get rid of all of our little bitty backings. I find the backings on the minis much more of a pain to peel off. I don't know. Maybe it's just my fingers. And then this is going to get glued right across the front of our card. And we're going to try, heavy on the try, to get it straight-ish. Yeah, close enough. There we go. Now our last touch, and I forgot to bring them over, is some of our purple adhesive back sequins, yet another Sale-a-bration freebie. Now you may be thinking, why would she use purple sequins on a card that's all in blues? Well, these little guys here, depending on the lighting, actually can read white. They have a little bit of an iridescent blue. They have, it kind of depends on the lighting, but there we go. They don't look purple at all. You see that? Now we're going to stamp the inside as well because we have the time. So we're going to bring back that heart stamp once again. So we'll ink it up again with our Coastal Cabana and stamp that on the inside of our card. Now I know this makes some people nervous, stamping directly on their card base. The nice thing about this is if you screw up, you could just add a layer. I do it all the time. if I don't stamp properly or it's crooked or whatever, just add a layer. And then I'm going to stamp this beautiful, my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped sentiments inside the heart, just like that. So pretty. Here, let me hold that up so you can see. Isn't that lovely? All right, so I'm glad you guys like this card because I made it in another color. So here it is in Melon Mambo. So same card. So I want you to tell me which one you like better. Do you like the Coastal Cabana or do you like the Melon Mambo better? I'll leave those there while I show you a few more. All right, so here is one I posted earlier today, just super delicate. I used the eyelet embossing folder for my background here and stamped right inside the heart with the vine image. Did a little bit of ink blending there in the background. And then here is one. So some of you may have heard of the Joseph's Coat technique, sometimes called emerging colors. So I took some of that really bold, colorful Blossom Impressions DSP. I stamped and heat embossed in clear embossing powder with that little 3 flower stamp. And then took some navy ink and covered the entire piece of DSP, and the embossing resists the ink, so you get the color coming through. And then I just die cut a couple of extra little flowers from the DSP as well. So really simple take on that technique. Here is another one. So this is faux embossing. So it's a super easy technique that looks really, really impressive. So all I did is I die cut several of the vine hearts from crumb cake cardstock. You definitely want to use adhesive sheets when you're doing this because it's a royal pain in the neck to use liquid glue. And then I just layer them on a piece of crumb cake cardstock. So it's really just tone on tone, but it makes it look like an embossed pattern. Okay, and then a little bit of petal pink. Love this new scalloped ribbon. Oh my goodness, I can't get enough of it. It is so, so pretty. And I gotta say, I'm really loving this color combo. And there's the inside of that one. And then one more This one I posted earlier today. So this actually uses some of the Toadstool Garden Designer Series paper. Again, I used the Starstruck embossing folder. This label is from the Countryside Corners dies. But I love the way it looks like little daisies. So I decided, oh, I'm missing a center. I lost one of the centers of my daisies. Some new ribbon that is coming in the online exclusives in January. And then my background panel is just soft sea foam cardstock stamped with the little leaf stamp, this stamp here, in Granny Apple Green. So to give it a little bit of a backdrop. So there you go. All right, let's see what the consensus is on your favorites. Coastal Cabana or Melon Mambo? Oh, I'm seeing a couple of Coastal Cabanas. I see one Melon Mambo. Lisa, yes, once my bananas get overripe, I just throw them in, skin and all, peel and all, just throw them in a Ziploc in the freezer. And once I get overrun with bananas in the freezer, I thaw them all out and make several batches of banana bread. It's great. You don't have to mash the bananas. They're already mushy when they come out of the freezer. Okay. All right. I only see 2 votes. Coastal Cabana, Melon Mambo. It's kind of a tie. Oh, no, sorry. 2 Coastal Cabanas. Oh, Janet says Coastal Cabana as well. Julie says Coastal Cabana. Okay. Looks like Coastal Cabana is the winner. So there we go. All right, girls, let me get back to me here so I can say a proper goodbye. Thanks for joining me today for day 4. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, right? I think. I know I have to go back to work on Monday, so I need to figure out what day it is. I will be back tomorrow and Sunday. Monday is kind of up in the air. I have a staff meeting on Monday, so I may not get home in time to go live on Monday. Tuesday, for sure, I will be live with my live launch party, but Monday's a little bit of a question mark. If I can find a way out of the staff meeting, I'll be live. We'll see. All right, girls, thanks for joining me today, and make sure you're back tomorrow, same time, same place, day 5 of my countdown to Sale-a-bration 2025. Have a great evening. Bye for now.